Yeah, you're a coward. Come on over. Say what you gotta say to me. Oh, you don't want to call me a man to my face? Come on over. I am not, sir.
No, you're not.
You want to say that to the camera? Hundreds and hundreds of people watching you. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
No, go ahead. You just called me a man. Don't be a coward. Yeah, you're a coward. Come on over. Say what you gotta say to me. Oh, you don't want to call me a man to my face? Come on over. What do you gotta say?
I did not know this man was trans. Wait, what do you go by? What do you go by?
Does it matter?
It does, because I'm asking you.
Say what you gotta say. There's a lot of people watching.
This video is obviously a mess, and even though I don't condone going up to someone saying, "Do you know that you're a man?" I kind of get where these guys are coming from. This is the outcome of trans activism. Trans activism, which is totally different from transsexualism. Trans activism is delusional. Leave people alone if they're not doing anything crazy out in public. Leave them alone. And if you want to talk about trans activism, do it online. Do it when it's appropriate. There's a time and place for everything. I think the guy's way of debating is wrong because look at them. Now they look kind of dumb. And they look mean, like they're bullies. And unfortunately that means that we're giving trans activists a valid reason to complain about how they're treated in society. But let's keep on watching, it gets better.
The real question is, it doesn't matter if you're transgender or not. Are you with the people that march and be like, "We're coming for your kids"? That's where it's bad. That's when it gets bad.
What's your name?
Me? K.
K?
K.
K-A-Y?
K-A-Y.
Okay, and what's your name?
I don't have to give you any of my information.
You certainly don't. What's your
My
name?
name's JJ, and is y'all thing a cult? It's like LGBTTL a cult or something?
I did not expect him to ask, do you support the "We're Coming for Your Children" crowd? And that's exactly what I mean. These guys represent a lot of people. A lot of people are fed up and tired of trans activism and how we are forced to listen to it and to accept it, respect it, when trans activism in reality is full of hate. Yes, these guys are definitely rude, and I don't think they should approach just a random person who's minding their own business and calling them a man. I don't think it's productive because the person wasn't doing anything in particular. And even though they do have valid points, such as the trans community is acting like a cult, I do think that it's hurting our cause because you're giving trans activists a valid reason to believe that their opponents act like bullies. I'm not automatically defending the person who took this video, but guys, you can't assume that the person supports the "We're Coming for Your Children" crowd. This is most likely an annoying trans activist, but if the person supports a radical message, you gotta know on beforehand, before accusing the person of believing in it. I found this screenshot on Twitter and it's too hilarious not to share with you. I feel kind of bad. I just blew one of my coworkers' mind. She's been working with me for 8 months, we talk every day. She's one of my favorite people. I was excited to tell her that it was my 1-year tranniversary last month, and she was completely confused. She had no idea I'm trans. Her jaw almost literally hit the floor. Who's gonna tell him? I do often talk on my channel about the rise in young girls identifying as trans masc or men, but I cannot ignore the rise in older men identifying as women, and especially lesbians. Do I pronounce the word lesbian wrong? Or like weird? People say that in the comments. I wouldn't say it's automatically creepy to see men identifying as women when they're like 50 or 60, but I do think it's a little bit weird, and I don't think it has anything to do with transsexualism and gender dysphoria. I think it's a fetish for a lot of these men that we're talking about. And because we're more open as a society when it comes to transsexualism, there is a rise in men feeling comfortable dressing up as women in public, and you know what? They have the right to do so. I'm all about personal freedom. I'm just trying to understand why we see the rise in older men coming out as lesbians. Regarding this story in particular, I have 2 theories on why the coworker was shocked when he told her he was trans. The first theory is she's lying. If the guy said to the woman, "There's something I have to tell you, it's serious. I'm actually a biological man and I transitioned recently, actually a year ago. I hope that you understand and support me." Like, whatever. Really making it uncomfortable for her to be like, "Bitch, yeah, no." Or like, "Duh, that's obvious." If he came out to the coworker in a specific way, she felt maybe a little bit pressured into responding, "Wow, you were trans? I didn't know." The second theory I have is he's lying. We can't prove anything. He can't prove anything. It's all a lie. But I mean, congratulations on your 1-year traniversary. I think that's an amazing name. Maybe I'm gonna steal it, who knows. And I hope you feel great and thriving. First date as a trans woman. He doesn't know I'm trans. Do I lead with telling him, or when do I bring it up? I don't know what to say that's not considered hate speech on this platform. But if you've been watching me for a while, I am pretty sure you know what I'm thinking right now. So what I'm gonna say, which is different from what I'm thinking, you should tell him at first. Just get it all out there. If the person you're dating is not attracted to trans people or people who think that they're trans, it's best to tell him right away so you're not wasting his time or your own. And the outfit looks good, so good luck. I'm such a good boy today, what's going on? I have reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it's unbelievable. I started making YouTube videos 4 years ago. It was before I received testosterone. I didn't know how to set up a camera. My English was so bad. If you didn't know, I'm from a small country in Europe called Denmark. I'm not only from Denmark, it is where I live too, and I speak Danish all the time. I only speak English when I make videos. It's my second language, so. I started making videos because it was my hobby. It was what I loved to do. And I never thought in a million years that YouTube would be my full-time job. I never thought I would be traveling to the US all the time and actually making some really nice and great friends there. I want to let you know that I'm super grateful for all of you. Every single one of you. I am so bad at responding to comments and messages. I have ADHD in a mild degree, so I think that says it all. The amount of love I get is overwhelming. So I can't say anything else but thank you. Thank you for supporting me and my message especially. And you always leave some amazing and smart comments under my videos. It means a lot. The reason why I created my channel back then was to show the world that it's not all trans people who are crazy. It's not all trans people who believe in trans activism, and there's actually a difference between transsexualism and trans activism. 4 years later, and that's still my message, and that's still the reason why I make videos 3 times a week. The great news is it's working. When I talk to people in real life, they're more relaxed now than 4 years ago. They're more relaxed around people like me because they know that it's not all LGBT people who believe in radical gender ideology. They can be more themselves and speak more freely about what they think. It makes me a little bit emotional because that has always been my goal. I love you all, and I'm super excited to continue fighting this fight for women and children's rights, and especially for true tolerance in society. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell. If you want, you can support me with a small donation under Super Thanks. It helps me out so much. So thank you on beforehand. You can become a member of this channel where I make exclusive content. So if you want to join us, there's a link down below. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.